Reverend Evan Sackett from the Visual Circle Church. The meaning of this video is because I received an email the other day from someone who desperately wanted to join our church, but they did not have the $50 joining fee. And I realized that among this individual there were others who wanted to join the church but did not have the joining fee. They couldn't afford it. So I wanted to let everyone who may be interested in joining the church or may have been interested in joining the church know that that fee has been eliminated. There is no longer a joining fee to join the Visual Circle Church. And after re-examining it, I realized how ridiculous it was to have a joining fee. The only other church I can think of that has a joining fee is the Church of Satan, which charges $200 for membership. This is absolutely ridiculous. No church should charge its members to be members of their church. And that's why I realized that we weren't getting many members. And ever since I eliminated that membership fee, members have been pouring in. So I just wanted to give this information to any of you out there who may be interested in joining our church. We would love to have you. And there are different levels. Some people are completely inactive. Some people are more active than others. It's not a religious church. We leave our religions at the door, and that's the whole point of the church. That's the whole point of the Visual Circle doctrine. We're trying to break down the barriers of religion that separate all of us. Christians that don't want to talk to atheists. Muslims who don't want to talk to Buddhists. We want to break down those barriers and let everyone know it doesn't matter what religion you are. You're a human being. Join together, and let's try to find some good in all religions. I have my beliefs, but I'm not going to force them on anybody else. You find these Jesus Saves pamphlets laying everywhere, but do you think that the Buddhists believe that what they're doing is wrong? The Buddhists believe that their path of salvation is the only path of salvation, the same way the Christians do. The Jews believe the same way. The Jews believe that Jesus Christ was nothing more than a cult leader. And there's just no point in separating yourself from others because of religion. Religion has been responsible for the deaths of thousands of people. Take the Spanish Inquisition, for instance. People were tortured to death and burned at the stake and murdered because they were suspected of being witches or warlocks. And in those days, if someone were to simply say, I do not believe in God, they probably would have been taken to a cell where they were tortured until they confessed to being a witch or a warlock, and then they were burned at the stake. They really did give them a bunch of choices, didn't they? You can either be tortured for the rest of your life or be burned alive. Which choice should you take? And it's absolutely ridiculous because the concept of religion has become so far out. Religion has actually become more damaging than it is useful because cults have sprung up. Leaders that want to take advantage of their members and use the cult as nothing more as a piggy bank for their own personal gain. And shit like that pisses me off. But the bottom line, these are very hard times, and we're all having a hard time making it. Except for John McCain, who's got $40 million in his bank account. I'm sure he's struggling himself. I'm being sarcastic. But we're all having hard times. This is probably the hardest economical time we've had since the Great Depression. And we are on the verge of falling into a depression. If we don't get a president in office who tries to straighten things out, we are going to be fucked. So think about who you vote for before you vote for them. And do me a favor, read their policies. Probably 80% of voters vote for their presidents because they look nice or they have good speeches. Get on the fucking internet and read the policies of these people that you're voting for. I personally am not going to tell you who I'm going to vote for because that's my business, just like it is your business who you're going to vote for. But all I'm asking is think before you vote. If you want your country, vote for whoever you think is going to get your country back online, because we desperately need it.